Anthropic shipped a native QuickBooks connector for Claude. It pulls your P&L just fine. But ask which vendor jumped the most last month, or what your margin per client looks like, and Claude tells you the data doesn't go that deep. That's because the native connector generates canned reports and doesn't deal with the raw transactions behind them. Today, I'll show you how to give Claude the data underneath. Every vendor, every client, every line item, using a no-code connector called Coupler.io. Let's go through the setup. I could start from scratch and configure QuickBooks data sources manually, but Coupler.io has pre-built dataset templates, such as this P&L detail, which pulls current and last month data with the variance math already done. So I'll grab that. Then I'll connect my QuickBooks accounts and move on to the dataset view. Here I can filter the data or hide any columns I don't want Claude to see, such as account IDs or anything sensitive in memos. Next, I'll choose Claude as the destination, run through the Coupler.io connector setup in a few clicks, and that's it. I'm ready to start asking Claude some real questions about my books. Let's say I run a fractional CFO firm with clients on monthly retainers. I want to know what's actually moving the books from month to month. I'll ask Claude, which vendors had the biggest changes in spend between April and May, and what's the story behind the top one? Here's what it found. Riverstone Strategy Partners is up $26,700, while the next biggest vendor move was 20 times smaller. Only 1 bill in April and 5 in May, each tagged to a specific client engagement. This is not a price hike or a one-off, but a structural shift. Now let me dig deeper into Riverstone. What are the actual transactions? Are they one-time or recurring? And is the spend pattern changing? And there it is. Riverstone went from an internal advisor in April to a delivery subcontractor in May, billed per client engagement. It's now eating roughly 40% of gross revenue on those engagements. But that's clearly not overhead, it's cost of revenue. This kind of finding changes how you price your next engagement. Now, Claude is the right tool when you're working a problem like this end to end. But when you just need a number or a quick answer, Coupler.io has a built-in agent that lets you query the same data without even switching a tab. If I click here, I can ask, what percentage of our revenue this month came from our top 3 clients? An answer in seconds, without leaving the app. The same data layer can also power Coupler.io's dashboard templates built specifically for QuickBooks. This financial dashboard, for instance, puts an operating margin line over the income expenses bars so you see the full compression or expansion story in one view. The next page has auto-refreshing ratios like cash runway and burn rate, numbers QuickBooks doesn't surface on its own. And that's it for today. Now you know how to connect QuickBooks to Claude, so the next time a vendor jumps and you need to know why, you'll have the full data to actually answer it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And if you're interested in Claude reading your live store data or web traffic, I've linked the Shopify and GA4 videos in the description and the cards above. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.